Welcome to another episode of Take 2 with Terry and Tony. I'm Terry.
And I'm Tony.
This week, we're not going to review any movies, but this is our summer Blockbuster preview show.
Yes!
We're counting down the top 5 movies that we are anticipating for the summer, and some honorable mentions, and also the movie that we think is going to
be the biggest bomb of the summer.
Yeah, exactly. So, we're going to start off with Tony here with his number 5. Number 5 movie.
Number 5, I have Snow White and the Huntsman, starring Charlize Theron,
Kristen Stewart,
Chris Hemsworth. Pretty much just a retelling, different take on the Snow White story. Everybody's familiar with Snow White. This one's a little more darker, a little edgier, a lot more action, different little story. Looks pretty cool from the trailers. That's what I got at number 5.
Yeah, that comes out in the middle of June.
Yeah, middle of June.
June 10th, I believe. My number 5 is actually The Bourne Legacy. It's the continuation of the Bourne series. This time, it doesn't star Matt Damon. It actually stars
What's his name? Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner. And he's a Bourne-like agent. And they're continuing the Bourne program, and he's just another agent. So that's my number 5. I'm looking forward to that. That actually comes out August 3rd.
All right. Number 4, I have Battleship. Battleship stars Rihanna.
That tells you enough right there.
Liam Neeson and Taylor
Kitsch.
Yes, I know, the same Taylor Kitsch from the horrible movie John Carter. But I'm willing to give him another chance. From what I've seen, it looks pretty cool in the trailers. Peter Berg is directed. He also directed movies like Hancock and The Rundown. And I think Peter Berg does a very good job.
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, he's a very good director. So the story may seem a little funny, and I know it's not really. It's supposed to be based off the Battleship game, but it's a little different take on it. But I think it looks pretty cool.
My number 4 is actually his number 5. My number 4 is Snow White and the Huntsman, which comes out in June. I'm looking forward to that more than Battleship. That's my number 4.
All right. Number 3, I have Prometheus. Prometheus is a Ridley Scott movie. Ridley Scott is the guy who directed such movies like Aliens.
Alien.
Alien, and like Blade Runner, and
more recently
like Gladiator,
Hannibal.
Yeah. Matchstick Man. So this is pretty much, they're saying it's like a prequel to Alien. Pretty much kind of like how it all got started. The trailers look sweet. Ridley Scott is a good director when it comes to like sci-fi horror. So he hasn't done a movie like that in quite a long time. So it's highly anticipated. I'm believing the hype from the trailers. It looks pretty sweet. So
I also have Prometheus as my number 3. When I first saw the teaser trailers, I kind of didn't know what was going on. And I'm like, I don't know. It just looks like an Alien revisit. But then when they actually said it's a somewhat of a prequel to Alien, and I saw the actual full trailer, then I was convinced. And Ridley Scott is actually probably one of my top 3 favorite directors. So I'm looking forward to that. At number 2, I have The Avengers. Now, I'm a comic book lover. Now, I don't go out and actually buy comics per se, but I know about the Marvel Universe and the DC Universe. And,
nerd!
Yeah, straight nerd. But The Avengers stars
Robert Downey
Jr.
As
Iron Man. Chris Hemsworth as Thor, returning as Thor. Chris Evans as Captain America. Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury, and
you also got the Hulk.
And this time Bruce Banner is played by
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo instead of Edward Norton in the last Incredible Hulk film.
So pretty much it's the movie of all these superheroes coming together to team up to fight evil. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty much the first movie of its kind where there's a bunch of superheroes at once. Besides X-Men, I mean, right. X-Men was...
But X-Men,
that's what they were.
Yeah, that's what they were.
A lot of these all had separate movies by themselves,
right,
and bringing them all together. So the trailers look cool. Mm-hmm. I mean, special effects looks cool.
That comes out May 4th.
So that's pretty much the first big summer blockbuster for this summer.
Yes.
Official.
And if you haven't seen any of the other superhero movies, Marvel, I would suggest watching Iron Man. You don't have to watch Iron Man 2, but if you want to, you can. But at least the first Iron Man, the last Incredible Hulk, definitely Captain America and Thor, because they all tie into this Avengers movie. So watch that. That comes out May 4th. And we failed to mention Prometheus actually comes out in June. So look forward to that in June. And our number one movie, biggest movie of this summer, guaranteed, and you probably heard me reference it at the end of our last video.
Yes.
But it's The Dark Knight Rises.
Now, I think hands down we can say that is probably the most anticipated movie of the summer, if not of the year. I know pretty much anybody watching this video know what Dark Knight Rises, what this movie's about, and seeing the previous Batman movies. If you haven't,
highly recommend.
Highly recommend it.
The Dark Knight is actually my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen it, something's wrong with you.
Yes.
You got issues.
Start with Batman Begins, then watch The Dark Knight, and then on July 20th, The Dark Knight Rises comes out.
Dark Knight Rises, if anybody's seen the trailers, looks awesome. You got Bane, you got Catwoman, Batman's back, of course. But
he is. I thought this one had.
No, they
said Superman was taking.
No, they said there was no Batman in this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a Batman
movie.
Yeah. Oh, but anyway, there's supposed to be the end of a trilogy, to which we can do this on another show. But I can argue it's probably the greatest movie trilogy of all time.
The movie ain't even came out.
Yeah, but I could probably stake claim to that.
Well, yeah, that'll be another show.
But
we discuss movie trilogy.
But number one, Dark Knight Rises, hands down, our most movie we're looking forward to.
Yeah, most anticipated movie. Now, I also agree. That's my number one. So there was hands down.
No arguing here.
But yeah, when it comes to we have some honorable mentions,
because there's a lot of movies coming out this summer, and we only decided to do the top 5. So we have 2 honorable mentions each. We haven't disclosed on what they were. So,
and we have what our biggest bomb. We think the biggest bomb is going to be.
Yeah. So your honorable mentions.
My honorable mentions are G.I. Joe Retaliation. Now, don't beat me up now. The first G.I. Joe, I know it did suck.
No, I disagree. I actually like the first G.I. Joe.
What?